Hey emojis, it's a Murder Brat. Today is a very vulnerable, big day. I am reattaching my locks after like 7 months of being bald-headed. But before we get into that, let's do a quick little recap of what went down. This is going backwards, and it's quick too because it happened very fast for me. I'm still not over it. I don't think I'll ever get over it. My feelings are actually really hurt. As I watch this back, my chest is hurting because 2 years of growing and customizing my locks gone in just a single moment of high emotion. And now my hair is forever different, so I'm in pain. Anyways, back to the present day. This is how much my hair has grown since I cut it. I kept my locks in this baggie for 8 months because I knew I was going to end up reattaching them, or I was going to like frame it or something and put it on a wall. Like, these locks mean a lot to me. This is 90 something locks in my hands. I had to weed out the skinny ones from the healthier looking ones and the black locks from the pinkish red locks because that's going to affect the dyeing process. These are the dyes that I got and the products that I got from Sally's. I opened the box for the hair dye and I realized I got the wrong one. I got this one before and it's kind of more of like a low-key magenta kind of thing, like a black magenta. You know how like the blue-black is when you're in the sun, that's when you see the blue? Yeah, that's this. So I had to go back to Sally's and get the correct color, which is just red by itself, not red intense, not red hot, not red hot Cheetos, just red. And I did the black locks first because I figured they would probably need more time to process to get to roughly the same color as the pinkish red ones. The original plan was to use like a box, maybe a box and a half for my locks and then the rest for my head, but it actually did not turn out that way. Spoiler alert. I forgot that it usually took me 2 boxes to dye all of my locks while they were still on my head. So I don't know why I don't know. I think like an hour or so later, this is how I rinsed them out. I don't know. Look at my girls. Look at the colors. Very vibrant, very juicy, very delicious looking. Kind of like cherries. And then I put this after color serum, period. And I mixed that with the moisturizing treatment because my locks have been through a lot of bleaching, a lot of dyeing. So I just wanted to moisturize them. And then I wanted to see if this color sealer would work because red is a color that loves to bleed out. I'm trying to see if this will make a difference. Now we're on to my head. We're gonna dye it the color to match the roots of the locks because that's where we'll be like overlapping and reattaching them. So I decided once I realized that I was going to use 2 boxes for my locks, I was like, okay, what I'm going to have to do is just wait till I'm done dyeing my locks to see what color they're really going to be, because even though I was planning and hoping for bright red, just didn't know if that would happen or not. The ends were more bright red, but as you can see, the root is more like maroon. So I think I did pretty good. I mean, the dye is still on my head, so once I rinse that out, it'll blend better. This is what the color is looking like. About to go to work. And you see how it's pretty much the same color. I don't care if it's exact, it's pretty much the same. So here's the next day. This was like a 5-day process, y'all. Here's the next day, loosening up the parts where I'll be reattaching my actual hair to the locks. I have to comb it out so that I can get them to mesh and mat back together, kind of like cling on to each other, whatever. Yeah, I did that to all of these locks, y'all. All 97 of these locks, 94, 96, however many it was. And I did this over a 3-day period because I would do it like before or after work, so that when my 2 off days came up, I would be able to attach all of my locks in the 2 days. So that's day 1, that's day 2, all the hair I lost on each day. And this is day 3. This is from each day, y'all. That's not the hair I collected over time. Here's my hair. I had to comb out the mats. My hair was matted up because I had neglected it because I hated how it looked after I cut it. So here's me doing the pre-parting process. That way it's a little bit faster when I go to attach the locks. I know I said I had 90 something of them, but I actually ended up only doing 70 something parts. And who was finna, girl, this took me about 2 hours. Who was finna take them back down and refigure out the math? I wasn't, okay? I was already tired, my arms were burning, and I still had a long way to go. I had to distract myself with lots of 4 weddings, YouTube videos, Jersey Shore. I did my best. Here's the aftermath, all 70 something parts. I didn't record the process for like the first 3 locks or so because I wanted to make sure I knew what I was doing. Oh girl, it was a lengthy process. Let me just say, I think it took me maybe an hour or so to do that one. And really, it was because I did, oh girl, I said 3. I did like the first like 15 off camera, my bad. But the reason why it took so long is because I used this 3-prong crochet. Yeah, the 1 or 2 prong crochet needles, that's where it's at. Here's my process going through this. All of my locks were pretty much different lengths, so I had to find the length for the right area of my head, you know, like my desired length or whatever. And then I would take it, I overlapped it maybe an inch or 2 just to make it extra secure. And then what I would do, I would kind of try to wrap my loose hair on my head, like around the lock, and then, you know, take the crochet needle through. You twist the crochet needle, make sure it's gripping different hairs. Then I would also twist the lock as well. So you're making sure you're hitting all different kinds of hairs from different areas and really getting it locked in there. I'd even angle the needle up and like down just to like really tangle it up. I'm doing everything I can to make sure it's extra secure. Damn. And then I would like act as if I'm retwisting the lock already, like my whole hair, because it would bring down some loose hair. So there was, I don't really know how to explain it, but like when I twisted my hair, more hair came down. I'm really bad at explaining, but basically like so I just put it, you know, you just keep locking it. And then I would do that to make sure it's really matted, locked in there, and then to also tighten it up so it wasn't looking so puffy around the spot where I had overlaid the locks, and it seemed to blend a little bit more naturally. Right there, loose hair is bundled up at the end where the lock and my loose hair meets, and that is what I'm trying to bundle in with the lock to make it extra secure and to also make it look neater and less puffy. After a while, I called in reinforcements. He did the back. I wasn't gonna be able to see it or reach it well. I started to feel like myself again. Y'all don't know, like I went 8 months without my locks and it felt so wrong. I felt so disconnected. I was so miserable. I never wore my hair out ever. My boyfriend ever hardly saw my natural hair. Like, it was bad, y'all. So I was so happy and so relieved, and I actually felt beautiful and attractive again to just myself when I reattach these locks. But here it is. Here's the vibrant color. Here's all the locks. They're all in there. Here I am the next day wearing my hair in a half up, half down at work. I felt so beautiful and I felt like myself again. Bye!